Welcome back to the channel, guys. Let's do a quick recap. Didn't upload for USA versus Australia, which we got a slim win there. Didn't upload for USA versus Serbia, which we got a blowout win there. Kind of a collateral damage game in terms of us being brought back to reality versus Australia and going against Serbia. That being a game where we were brought back to reality versus Australia, we took that out on Serbia. And so this brings us to South Sudan. Caught this game in like the 20s or 30s in terms of the score. Watched this game all the way through. Very exciting game. In terms of the sample size with this game, it gives us a pretty good sample size what the USA is going to be. Two things, in my opinion, that still stand out, questions that need to be answered. One, Joel Embiid and his fit. Two, rotations and what time of the game, certain rotations, certain players are going to be on the floor, key stretches. So right now we're going to get into the highlights in terms of South Sudan versus the USA, and we'll jump into it. London town. Drew Holiday to LeBron. Nice little give and go. Backdoor cut. LeBron and Embiid. Two-man. Drew Holiday, I feel like he has to be in the fourth quarter. He has to be on the floor more. That's apparent already to me. And I know we're in exhibition play, but to me, that has to happen, especially against the better teams. Your Spains, your Frances, your Canadas. Devin Booker with the floater, rebound, up and in by Embiid. Yeah, South Sudan, they were lighting it up from the perimeter. I'll say this now, the Jones kid, number 4, he probably got a lot. His phone probably lit up after this game. A lot of teams, NBA-wise, are going to be taking a close look at him because he showed out. I didn't know either that this was or is South Sudan's first official Olympic appearance. And so that's pretty cool. Yeah, they were just lighting it up from 3. They were, we definitely have to close out better. Definitely have to close out better. Feel like if we can do that with teams that get hot from 3, teams who depend on the three ball. We close out. We can get a better hand up. We can, get some good swipes in, get some nicks and some tip balls from three. That will disrupt the cohesion teams have from a perimeter standpoint. Yeah, and that's my thing when they were getting, these teams, the world is caught up, man, in terms of international basketball. These teams aren't scared of the USA anymore. It's not like the 90s where, teams will be, in awe as they're playing against the US. These teams have NBA prospects and players that are currently or formerly have been in the NBA and have played with some of these guys on the US team, and so they don't, it's not like back in the day, so you just have to be ready. Felt like LeBron was on a mission from jump ball. He wanted to make his presence felt, and he did from start to finish. That and one right there is just too much man coming through that lane. AD on the finish. Tatum, I feel when he's on the floor, he has to take a bit more control, involve himself a little bit more. Like Bill Raftery said during the commentary, all game long, even when they were down, I think they were down 12-2 or something, South Sudan, they were playing with supreme confidence from the tip. And so when you have a team that you get them down by 10 in the first quarter and they don't fold, especially with the star power that we have on our side, and they don't fold, it's hard to put those teams away, especially when, failed closeouts, the enabling of hanging around or letting these teams hang around, or going basket for basket with these teams, it's going to be hard to put them away. So these are the types of teams when you have them down by 10, by 11, by 12. That was a great play by Drew Holiday right there. LeBron with the finish and the and one. That was certainly a turning point in the game in the third quarter, late, that really flipped the momentum in the US's way. That's another thing with the U.S. I'd like to see less, and who am I to see less of something or say I want to see less of something? I'm nobody. I'm just talking in terms of a basketball fan perspective. I like to see less of the jump passes, jumping in there. Curry was nuts with that that shot from almost out of bounds. One of them chase center shots. But I'd like to see less of players penetrating, jumping in the air, and then looking for somebody to pass to. I feel like we're too good of a team for that. With me saying Joel is a eye fit, still need to find out how he's going to fit into this team. He did make some key buckets in this game going down the stretch. It's like manage LeBron this game, man, especially in the fourth quarter, man. It's like he looked fresh, he looked determined. He definitely was not going to let the United States lose this game. Another halfway question mark. Derek White, he had some possessions in the fourth quarter that were, indecisive, kind of hesitant. Again, I mentioned earlier that, penetration and jumping in the air and looking for somebody to pass to. He had a couple of those possessions, and, when you go against the better teams, you go against the more disciplined defensive teams, you cannot do that. They will make you pay and possibly get points off a turnover. So I'm sure, that coaching staff, Ty Lue, Eric Spoelstra, Steve Kerr, Mark Few, they're cleaning all that up right now and going through the tape, This possession was crazy. With Thor in the three, I was like, ugh. Once I seen they weren't doubling LeBron on this possession, I was like, he finna cook. This guy out here, and he's a Charlotte Hornet guy, and this last possession was crazy too. And they're not gonna call any fouls. They're not gonna bail anybody out, especially in international competition. As we know, players like Luka Doncic, Giannis have come and spoken in press conferences saying how the international game is more of a physical game. So you think in international competition, as far as the Olympics, on that last possession with South Sudan, that they're going to call a foul and bail Gabriel out or whoever the other player was? You think they're going to bail them out with a whistle and have them win it with free throws? No, they're not. All right, that's it, guys. We'll see you guys next time.